I would always be like, the imposter syndrome kicks in. Like, am I ready for that? Have I earned the right to do that? And like, I don't know if I have, but I mean, it's an art form, and I love making art. And I decided, it's about time that I take charge of what I want to do. I can't wait around for it to be handed to me.
Hey, we're Pris and Danelle from the show What Do Now, only on the hottest thing on campus, Radio Heatwave. So at 21, you might be studying, you might be serving the nation, or you might be working. But imagine writing your own songs and co-directing your very own music video. It's real, it's possible, and we have a living example of that talented individual who does all that and more with us today. So if you've kept up with us since late 2019, you may know this beautiful young lady as the winner of the Xtract, a collaborative music competition organized by Spin Up and Radio Heatwave to discover the next big thing in music. And what an honor it is to be in the presence of that very next big thing in music herself. She's none other than Singaporean singer-songwriter Sharifah Aminah, or otherwise now known as SHAZZA. SHAZZA is finally here with her very first professionally developed single, Pity Party. So the song is not as gloomy as its title, and in fact, it's an anthem of hope and encouragement for those who are down and out and far from their feelings. So if you're burnt out from getting through every day and need a reminder to put yourself first, then Pity Party is the song you need to hear. Let's get this party started. Hey SHAZZA, it's so awesome to have you here with us today.
Hello, thank you for having me and for interviewing me. This is very cool.
Yes, it's really amazing to have you here. Heard the song, we absolutely love it. The music video is a work of art on its own. Let's just jump right into the song. So Pity Party, we really like how you've titled this song, right? So the words Pity Party, they normally have negative associations, but in this new single, you spun that idea because Pity Party here is actually something helpful and healthy. So maybe could you walk us through your process of naming the song?
Pity Party is one of the songs that I actually wrote chronologically. So in that sense, when I started writing it, it was coming from a more angsty and frustrated place in my heart because I was feeling very bogged down by the general idea of the rat race, which seems very prevalent in Singapore. So when I got to writing the chorus, the song took on a more empowering tone because I started singing basically about the validity of, my emotions and everyone's emotions in that sense. So yeah, I wanted to play around with the literal idea of a pity party in the sense of it being like a celebration of your feelings as a sentient human being. So that's how I decided to name it that, yeah.
On that note, one of Pity Party's main themes is, of course, this idea of letting yourself have the time to, as you say, be human. I mean, even in the chorus, like a big line is, I'm allowed to feel, I'm allowed to steal a couple of moments of myself. So could you possibly tell us about a time when you actually felt comfortable with not being so happy-go-lucky all the time in the real world?
Right. So 2021 was not the easiest year for me. It wasn't a bad year. Let's just say that it had a lot of difficult turns that I had to get through. Actually, I intended to release this song last year, in August, because I had it all planned. Like I was really close to the release date when I had to push it back really far away. So yeah, that was a process to get through. I guess they really took quite a toll on me. And I think one thing that really got me through those things was allowing myself to just take on the mindset of, you know what, things are quite crappy right now, and I think I don't feel good about a lot of things, and that's okay. I'm allowed to actually just sit down and feel bad about what's going on in my life at the moment. And that was definitely a time when I felt comfortable, not being happy and allowing myself to feel sad for quite a bit of time. Even though it felt like it didn't feel good to be so sad all the time, but I think it was a big helpful part of my healing process in a sense, because I didn't rush to get over it. I think it went a long way.
Already good to hear that you've been able to bounce back and take these big steps towards this release.
And I mean the amount of effort that went into it, especially the music video. So like if you've watched the Pity Party music video, and your own friends, your great friends are part of the cast of the party goers in the video. So in real life, what is usually your closest equivalent to the experience of pity parties with your supportive friends?
Okay, funnily enough, it doesn't come naturally to me to like go to my friends and be like, yo, I feel really bad right now. Like it's just not in my nature. Not, I guess also because I don't really want to burden them with it, and because I know I'll get through it eventually. But my heart knows when I really do need to talk to my friends, and subconsciously I think I often find myself just pouring out my soul even when I don't mean to. And I guess the experience isn't very much like in the video, like with the cake and the balloons. It's not like that. It's more of me ranting and spiraling and talking too fast to even comprehend what I'm saying. But them being there to receive me and just hearing me out, that's the cake in my real life. That's the real treat. Yeah. And it's just a very sweet thing to know that I have these people to count on when I need to. And yeah, that is my version of my real life pity party.
You said you grapple with a lot of like sadness and exhaustion and trying to overcome tough times. So I think in that same line, the society and community around us actually, is increasingly speaking out about all of these same themes. So what motivates you as an artist to also write and sing about these ideas and experiences?
I mean, we're all just going through it in it. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, tough times are hard to avoid, especially with where we're at in the world right now. So when I write, my main aim is to express myself in a way that kind of allows a discussion of sorts of these very real issues and difficulties that we go through in a way that is easy to listen to. Like, I mean, it makes you happy at the same time, but it also makes you think, I suppose. And I think making that kind of music it goes a long way for me personally. So if I can bring that sort of comfort to people with my music just for one person, then consider me a very, very happy girl.
Since this song is like your first professionally developed release, what do you think is the biggest difference between making your first two singles, August and It Takes Two, and Pity Party?
Okay, so they were very different, definitely. So the process was very much kept at home. With Pity Party though, I made the demo myself around like I think May last year, and then I got to bring it to Homeground Studio. But yeah, I think it was just very exciting as well to get a taste of the whole process, because this is generally what I've always aspired towards doing, like as like my career. So just even getting to say to people, like to my parents, that I have to head to the studio today, chills. Like being able to say that, I want to stay for the rest of my life. So yeah,
as a singer, first and foremost, and also a singer who wants to help people tackle some, how to say, a little bit pills that are hard to swallow, still like sadness. So I think one of those bitter pills that's a bit harder to swallow, especially for our society right now, is how we're living and we're grappling with these complex issues about race and being multicultural and multi-religious. So I think we know that you find it very, very important to capitalize on representation on the music industry, and how representation has driven you to want to make music that transcends cultures and borders. So what role do you hope your music and presence as an artist will play in shaping opinions that people have towards representation in around maybe the next 5 years?
I don't know about the next 5 years, but in general, I suppose I hope that as you said, as I try to establish myself and my presence in this local music scene, and hopefully beyond that in time, I hope that I'll be able to break down stereotypes and barriers by making the kind of music that I've always wanted to make the way that I want. Because when I was growing up, I didn't really see people who looked like me making music that I wanted to make in that sense. Yeah, so I don't know, in my experience, it really makes a difference when you see somebody who, looks like you, who holds like the same values as you, the same principles as you, doing what you aspire to do. And if I didn't, like, I think it makes a big difference in allowing you to really believe in your dreams and your goals, because seeing somebody doing that, it makes it like, I think it just really takes it to a different level in allowing you to picture yourself doing it. And I think, I want to do that for other people in a way if I can. And I don't know, I feel like I want to show that I can make music the way that I want to, with the people that I want to, while holding on to my values and my principles as a person, as a Muslim, as an, as a lot of things, what I mean? So I feel like, I just want to hold on to who I am while pursuing what I want to do. And I hope that that speaks to people and inspires people in a way, if it possibly could. Yeah.
I definitely look forward to, hopefully seeing this happen. I mean, your music is great. I'm sure people are going to be inspired. And if they aren't, it's because they haven't listened. They should be listening closer.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Let's throw it back really quickly to 2020. The year you won Radio Heatwave's Xtract. Congratulations on that, by the way. So what did winning Xtract mean to you and your journey as a professional singer-songwriter at that point in time?
Right. So I think it was quite monumental, in a way at the time, because that was like my second single was released through the Xtract. And it was scary to take part and put my music out there. I wanted to, and it was amazing to meet the people that I met in the process, like, the judges, the other contestants. They were lovely to talk to and learn from as well. And just the whole, I guess, the idea that my song won was a very uplifting thing for me, because it made me really like, maybe I can really do this. It gives you that kind of confidence, I suppose. So it's time for me to go out there and take what I want, and I'm trying to do that now. So yeah, it did a lot to get me here.
That's sadly all the time that we have for today, but thank you so much for coming down to chat with us today. And to our viewers, if you can't get enough of Shazza, do look out for her new single, Pity Party, out now on all major streaming platforms. And do remember to check out her YouTube as well for the amazing music video. Thank you, Shazza.
Thank you so much for having me, for putting up my bad memory. Thank you.